Yo guys, what is up? Emergency Spice stream activated. Getting exciting. Yesterday's close above 11,655 set us up quite nicely. And looks like we are seeing that play out now. Definitely was not ready to go live right now. So I need a few minutes, but we got the stream up. So settle in, we're going to take a look. Make sure to hit that like button for the new stream. Let's get those likes up. We get some visibility for some others to catch on with this spice here. Gotta make sure everything's like set up here. I just clicked on the button basically. New hair color. I don't think I have a new hair color. Maybe overnight. Maybe my lack of sleep. Changing my hair. So many little things to do on my side to get this ready. But I wanted you guys to have the live stream up. Gotta put out this tweet. Tweet is out. Linked to the media. Dude, there's so many little things behind the scenes. Ridiculous. 60 viewing. Nice. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Should be ready here in about 3-4 minutes. Had to throw on the stream emergency style, so didn't really get to prepare here. Looking good. Rather good. What's up? What's up? Great. Okay, almost done. We're going to jump into the analysis here. For those of you joining, welcome. We are broadcasting live from an emergency breakout session. We're going to take a look at the TA here, see what the charts are telling us. Just as soon as I'm done setting this all up, gotta make sure your tags are right. So much to... Yeah, alts are suffering today. We'll take a look at that as well. You guys have been following along in our daily episodes. That shouldn't be too much of a surprise. We've been watching BTCD, Bitcoin dominance, reverse on the weekly here for the last 5 or 6 weeks. You were calling for a reversal probably early September-ish. Take a look at that chart. Well, I will say, while I'm still doing this and distracted, that as painful as it is to watch alts get a little slapped around here, it is absolutely a positive sign in the crypto market to see Bitcoin rallying while alts sell off. If alts weren't selling off here, I actually would be a lot more skeptical of this rally. Much more skeptical. So it's not a bad sign. It's pretty typical of a bull cycle to see Bitcoin rally, Bitcoin dominance rally with price. And then once Bitcoin achieves a new range or a new high and relaxes or trades sideways, then we expect to see BTC reverse and alts regain some of their lost ground. So as painful as this is just how it goes. Not a bad thing. It does suck. Be careful. Be careful today with emotions. They're going to be high. Absolutely. And what you need to be careful of is not to fall into that trap. The trap being Bitcoin rallies, alts sell off. People sell their alts just to see Bitcoin then level out and alts regain. And what that's doing is just leaving you chasing the pump over and over again. Did the stream just crash? I think the stream just crashed. God. Why? If the stream crashed for you, you can't hear me. But hit refresh, perhaps. God, I knew this happens when I rush on. God. We might have to restart it. Looks like this is gonna be busted. Let's give it a second and see if everybody reconnects, but that is bad. It's super bad. Alright, 70. We're getting some people back. It crashed on my end. And I can see it because we went from like 100 viewing to 60 maybe. So why? I swear, whenever I go live and I have the Twitch channel up, this happens. Happens 100% of the time. Alright, maybe our numbers are recovering. Sorry, everybody. This is super annoying. Turn everything off on my end. Screen so hard just did we recover? Does not look like it. This is gonna I have to restart it. There's something really weird going on. Alright, brace yourselves. There's no other option at this point. Where is there? We're climbing back up. Dropped frames. Dropping frames, everybody. Dropping frames. Frames are being dropped. If you're having issues, hit the refresh button. Looks like maybe the frame stopped dropping. Refreshing might help. super. All right, we're back up to 70. I can't even tell. The metrics thing is going nuts. I'm dropping frames, dropping bands. Dude, I can't tell if I need to restart. It's like it keeps leveling off kind of, and then the views drop again. It kind of levels off and the views drop again. Alright, looks like maybe we're stable now. Jeez. Alright, sorry about that. That was super annoying. I think the connection's stable now. Maybe. Dude, it's still being weird. Alright. Hopefully that's good. Let me know, guys, if it drops out again. Okay, nice little top candle here. I don't like what I'm seeing on RSI here. RSI is gonna have to push up on the hourly or risk painting bearish divergence here on the highs. You can see a lower high swing on RSI, lower high swing on MACD with a higher swing high in price. Not a fan of that, but let's keep looking. 4 hour, same boat. And my target here is the next resistance, 12.3. But we're gonna have to see some power here, or this bearish divergence is absolutely gonna lock itself in. Okay, looking a little better on the longer time frames though. Daily momentum still growing on the bullish side. Okay, sweet. So here's what I was hoping to see, and we do have it. Daily not expressing that same RSI bearish divergence on the high. Still good. After taking 11,924 with a new high, I'd like to see the candle close above that level to confirm there's no bearish divergence here on the daily. But so far so good. The shorter time frames though, surprisingly not as bullish. You can really see that. Okay, the hourly though, not too. No. Does look as if this peak at 11,833 is the highest swing on our indicators here, which is not what we'd like to see. Typically we want to see the higher swing at the highest price point, but we can see on MACD and RSI that the swing highs are greater here. If this doesn't make another swing up and make a higher RSI high and a higher MACD high, then we're going to have bearish divergence between them, which would suggest retracement at the least. The daily is in good shape, which is a good sign. All right, we got 105 back. Had more than that in the beginning, but whatever. 11,924 though, likely to offer some support here. Below that, 11,750. We got our close yesterday above 11,655, so the monthly candle is currently bullish engulfed. That was the close we were looking for. We talked about a close above likely to lead to continuation of this rally. We got it, and we rallied. So predictable price action there. Very nice. It's fib. Let's check out the fib. Let's see, let's use this swing low. The 383 retrace from this wick swing low to the swing high here is right at our support. That's good. That's very good. 618 though, back to 11,853 wouldn't be out of the question. You can even just kind of eye it. That this area would likely be a solid backtest spot. We have a lot of candle closes at that price level and consolidation before we got the breakout confirmation candle pattern. Man, if 11,925 holds, that is bull city. Bull city. Just catching my bearings here. Catching my bearings. Ooh. Jumped on live, had a bunch of problems. We're good. We're settling in here. Welcome, guys. Friendly reminder, please hit that like button for the new stream. We've been having issues where people can't find our videos, and it seems to be related to a lack of engagement at times. So if you could hit that like button while I go through this stuff here, that would be super appreciated. Nice. BTCD heading for our target. We've been waiting on this target for quite some time. Quite some time. We spotted this reversal maybe even as far back as the beginning of September. The weekly really gave this away. Really gave it away. Spot on. Let's check it out. Weekly rolled over. RSI still at 50. That's a precarious spot to be in. The 50 RSI level being really the test. A rejection from 50. Always brutal. And to find support at 50. This scenario, always very strong. So BTCD, very interesting spot here on the weekly. A reversal here would be very, very painful for dominance. But retaking that 50 line really sets up our projection here to reach up to the 62 area, possibly as high as 64, 65. Retook the 50-day moving average. That's a solid sign. Oh yeah. Why do I keep getting this wrong MA thing? $200. There we go. Whew, got a little shaky. A little adrenaline. Can't even get my moving averages on right. Yep. As suspected. Perfect. Calling it right now. BTCD looking to retest 200 a daily moving average. Lines up super tightly with our 62.61 target. I'm going to set an alert here. Suggests that more pain may be on the way for alts. However, likely reversal, or at least to find resistance at this 200 daily, which would then give alts a little breath of air. Important level to watch. All right, on the hourly 11,925, looks solid. Looks solid so far. Like to see that MACD come down a little lower. And I would like to see that RSI come down a little lower. Tricky. I guess what's on my mind here at this point is 1250 is a really random number. I don't see I mean, we're gonna go look now. We're gonna look, but I don't see a reason that we would find resistance here. So maybe I've missed something over these weeks, but I pretty thoroughly examine the charts constantly and gonna be hard pressed to say that this should be a resistance. You don't see it on the weekly. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah. I don't see a reason to stop here. Certainly 11,920, 11,924, the number we've been looking at. That's a solid place to look for resistance and support, but there's just nothing telling me that 1250 should be a stopping point. Let's see. Even on the daily, I mean, we see the daily, this is a level I haven't really looked at, but like right here at 11,980, that could be resistance. We see multiple closes there. But we've already broken that. Let's look left even more. This just seems like an untested range. I don't know. I don't see a reason that it would do anything except for consolidate at this price. Fill in a little volume gap. A little void of volume. But there's really nothing here. My sights are certainly looking at 11,924, looking at 11,750. I do think we'll get an 11,750 backtest on the daily. I don't know if that's now or in the future. $11,750 is now going to be our big player. Our big player. This area. If we can backtest this on the daily, we don't necessarily have to, but if we do, it's a very solid sign. This holds on the daily. I think that the bearish argument is likely over. Or at least severely weakened. Even 11,924 is solid right now, it seems. 4 hour hasn't really reflected this yet. We're about halfway through the candle. Not really reflecting retracement at this point. Check the 4 hour fib. If there's any news for us here. 786 is at our 11,750 zone. There's more evidence of its significance, really. Maybe some moving averages, or Ichi has something for us. No, 4 hour. Some weird time frames. Bam, nice. Alright, the 10-hour twist above the cloud. That's a welcomed little signal I did not see. A twist above the clouds in Ichimoku is the strongest bullish signal that this indicator is capable of giving. 12 hour not reflecting it though. Got 5.5 hours till close, and this day's already spicy. I mean, what more can we ask for? $15 closed right at this previous resistance. Could be dicey. Be dicey. There we go. We were looking at this yesterday, the 50, the bearish cross on the daily of the 50 and 100. We spoke about how the 100 is sloping up. It's climbing, so that this cross may not be valid or may be invalidated and potentially look to recross bullishly in a short amount of time. Short amount of time meaning maybe the end of November. Get something like that. Clearly did not weigh the market down. Did not see. We saw a bullish response. We've been tracking this actually since it crossed. Been a bullish response to that, which is unusual, but not really for crypto. Crypto, everything's unusual. Floating above the VWAP. Every time frame. $11.94 on the daily there. 64 spicy. This is spicy. Where's the sellers, man? Where's the sellers? Like, Bitcoin's pushing up and there's just nothing. Back tested that monthly bullish engulfing line and just the sellers vanished. Vanished. Gone. Where did they go? Should we be looking for next? Quarterly. Yeah, 12.2 to, or 12.3, 12.2, 12.3, to 12.5. That's where I'm looking for resistance. I'm not sold. I'm not spooked by this. It's so gentle. Why is it so gentle? Check the dollar for some signs. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Dollar looking like crap. Was about to roll over bullish and then backhanded. Backhanded by the market. The dollar's close today gonna be important. If RSI doesn't make a new low and price closes below the previous closes back here at 93.03, we're going to see a bullish divergence on the lows. Not hoping for that. Not my hope. Is currently at support though. Let's look at the 4 hour. That 4 hour bullish bearish divergence on the highs here again, calling the top. On the MACD. Why am I getting so many alerts? Stop. Like 50 emails during this. What the heck? One hour though could be looking for a bounce on the dollar. That might be putting the brakes on this rally for Bitcoin. For the corn. On the hourly, we're seeing a lower low on the Dixie. Not seeing a lower low on MACD or RSI currently. So where do we look for a bounce? Let's use our fib tool. Sure, I can just call 93.2 and that's likely gonna be very close anyway. Yep. But I'll use the fib tool. Looking for a relief bounce here on the dollar from 93.19 to 93.25. Retest this resistance. could line up with this. I'm not even going to say weakness, because it's not weakness. Just lull in momentum, I guess. Yep, I do not like this. This is not what we want to see. You see it on MACD as well. We see the high swings coming down on RSI and MACD here, which suggests that we either are going to lock in bearish divergence on these highs, or this rally isn't done yet. We have another leg, and the next leg will invalidate the bearish divergence on these highs. That's what I'm looking for. That lines up with everything that I've been looking for. Really looking for 12.3 here. That is a real resistance. A move up to this level may give us that higher high on MACD and that higher high on RSI, which would change the outlook. Beautiful. Yeah. That closed yesterday. Beautiful. Beautiful close. Do we have a new trend line? We probably do. Likely. Let's see where that takes us. So what we're gonna be looking for here is we're gonna be looking to create trend lines at increasing angles. So I don't know if this is valid yet or anything, but something like this. And we're gonna look to have another trend maybe like that, and what we're looking for is for these slopes of these ascending low trends to continuously pick up. And the reason we're looking for that is because that is parabolic movement. Not just moving in a direction, but accelerating. Seeing increasing acceleration in the move. That's what we're looking for. So far, so good. We can see this wasn't placed because it's not super valid or important right now. Let's put it there. I'm going to use triangles to help you guys visualize this. So we have the first slope. And at this point, this is all just, it's not validated yet, but it is possible. This is set up to play out this way. So what we see is the slopes increasing in angle, meaning that price is not just moving up, but moving up faster. And so what we really want to see ideally here is another iteration of that, another series of increased momentum. When you zoom out, I think that makes it a little easier to see. So far, so good. This one is not validated yet. So we won't keep it, but we're on track. We want to see this climb increase, continually increase. Oh man, this might be going for it today. I wonder if Bitcoin dominance is heading for it today. That is a big move. Ah, and no divergence on the highs. So here's what we were looking for on Bitcoin that we don't see on Bitcoin dominance. We see that this recent peak today, the RSI has set a new high while setting a new high in price. That's what we're looking for. I wonder if that spans out. Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. That we want to see this. We want to see this on Bitcoin. We want to see new highs on RSI with new highs in price. This is definitely making 62 area more likely as it keeps avoiding the bearish divergence on the way up. That is solid. But as as I said earlier, this is what we want to see. Don't fret the Reaper. I don't know what that song says. Don't be afraid. This is what we want to see on a Bitcoin rally. We want to see alts selling off, and if we don't, that's when we want to be careful. That is when we want to be suspicious, because that is not typically what we've seen historically. Total has stalled here. That's interesting. I think that can be attributed to dominance rising and alts selling, but I wouldn't expect it to be this exaggerated. Hasn't set a new high, even though Bitcoin is. That must be just from alts dumping. Likely due to alts being overvalued previously and finding price discovery against Bitcoin. I'll never understand how this search works. Guess we're just like not in search for Bitcoin live for whatever reason. Whatever, we still got mad peoples here. 200 people here. Amazing guys, welcome to the emergency spice stream. It's good to have all the new faces, all the old faces. What we're looking for is nice. We might be getting it. We're searching the time frames, and we're looking for divergence on our lows, and we're looking for divergence on our highs to give us an indication of where we are heading. In my opinion, I don't see any reason to stop here at 1250. There's nothing really historically that is that important at this level on like higher time frames. I mean, we have these hourlies at like 1280 something, but these aren't even closes. I mean, these are on the hour. These are not they're not convincing to me. 12,300 is likely where I think this is heading. I think the edge is in this direction. And I think when, or if we get there, we're going to see RSI move up and invalidate the bearish divergence that is flashing right now. And I would like to see the same on MACD. Scoured all the time frames, don't necessarily see it yet. Pop up my little scanner here, see what's moving. Is anything moving with it? Not much. Very little green actually on the alts here, surprising. Wow, not even in USD pair is brutal. Nice job, market makers. Pump Bitcoin and keep everyone still in fear. Brilliant. Brilliant. Alright, got bullish divergence on our lows here on the 5-minute. That's not bad. Same with MACD. Nice little back test of 11,920. I don't think this spice is over. I don't think it's over for today. Reaching for the stars. Alright, it finally like settled down. I had emergency style. I was laying in bed and I shot out of bed, ran to the computer. Ran to the computer, slapped on the stream. Get to do anything. That's the life I've chosen. Man, this back test is beautiful. It's like to the dollar. Boom. 11,920. Four-hour staying green. Flipped red at one point. But staying green. Can't complain there. Really won't take much on the 4-hour to change this view. You need to be aware though, we need to be watching for this bearish divergence. 4-hour bearish divergence plays out. When it confirms, plays out incredibly consistently. We can see it across all assets. We've spotted it on some stocks recently, and especially powerful on stocks, it seems. Definitely in crypto as well, but rapid response on stocks. That is really where we're looking. We're looking for a push of this high up to 12.3-ish, if that can be accomplished. Invalidate our bearish divergences that are potentially locking in here. Luckily, the daily not showing it, so if we do see 4-hour bearish divergence, it may just be a back test of 11,750. The daily saying, yeah, man, you can pull back and do whatever. Without worrying too much. Because we may see it on the lower time frames, but the daily not as much. Look at the week. Weekly bullish divergence confirm it above. Confirm it above 12.5. Man, this is spicy. Spicy. Good times. Welcome everybody. Welcome new faces, man. We're killing it in the numbers today again. This is 3 days in a row. Amazing. It's good to see people back into the space, interested again, engaged. This is the final signal I'm looking for right here on the 3-day. Looking for this Ichi twist above the cloud. That'll be a very bullish signal. And if we look at the 4-day, we caught this a while ago. We got it on the 4-day. That is making the 3-day more probable to see the same move. We were spying this back earlier in October, and as soon as we got it, man, that was some legit confirmation. Here we are, back testing. We're testing the bull market here, guys. That's what we're doing. The more this plays out, more time that we see. Make it new and make it clean. Chart number 7. As you can tell, I obsessively clean my charts from that. We're back in the bullish zone. We're back in potential bull market territory. So I'm looking for a back test of 11,750. For me, that will confirm it. The more time that goes on, this is what I was getting to, the more and more price looks like this previous period. From October into April 2015 and 16. The more time that goes on, the more this area looks like that. What's spicy is we see that area breaking this red band. Zoom in. This is what happened previously. We see price breaking into this red band, back testing the top of it, and that kicked off the bull market. That was it. Boom, right there. And as you may have imagined, the 11,750 I'm looking for is not for no reason. It's for the same reason. I want to see maybe like a 12.5, maybe as high as like 13, and then a pullback to this band, retest, and just confirm the market is bullish. Confirm that we are looking for a new all-time high. See, there's been fake outs, but none of these fake outs, I would argue, only right here, possibly right here, did we have a back test of this red band. And this band, I don't think is anything special. I think it's just standard deviation of price to some moving average, essentially. Nothing too special. No back test here in 2019 or earlier in 2020. It touched as resistance twice and was rejected. Now we're back in the zone. So I would feel more confident with the back test of that area. Doesn't have to. Nothing says it has to. This is just a standard deviation thing. Does not control the price. But we see that maybe this is an indicator that might be valuable to us, especially because price action is looking so similar to this. And we see the breakout there wasn't so spectacular, but after that red band was tested, boom, boom, pretty much, never closed a candle underneath this red band until the rally was over at 12,000, 11,008. What a remarkable indicator, actually. That is really solid. That would have been a wonderful place to sell. It would have actually been great. As soon as a candle closed, underneath it, it was over. It really would have given a great signal. And we haven't gotten the signal to re-enter yet. So if you're a very risk-off, you're a very risk-off trader or risk-adverse, you may want to wait to see that back test before entering. And that would really be your first signal. Be your first signal to enter in some time. Didn't get it at all. There were a lot of problems with 2019. And obviously in hindsight, I can say that. So don't think I'm not aware of that. But in hindsight, man, we can really see a lot of problems with that rally that likely went unseen. See, on the Bollinger Bands, we did not get the price action that we typically see in a rally. No tests to the middle band. Didn't close a candle in this, in or above this red band, really. And that's what I really like about 2020 is we've done quite a bit of testing of that middle band and remained bullish. We had 1, 2, 3 weekly touches to it. Any touches to it on the daily. That middle band continues to move up, but might be really spicy. And we're going to go look at this because I just thought of this is what happens when that middle weekly Bollinger Band enters that red zone or even that green zone. I'm going to go look because I did not think of that. Oh yeah, of course. Of course. All right. You guys are a part of this discovery. We just found ourselves something new. I love when we do that. We do that all the time. Right here. We see the middle Bollinger Band of the weekly entering into this bull market barrier is what this is called. And if you're just joining us, this is not this is not definitive. This is not it's not a magical thing. This is just a measurement. Likely, I think it uses MAs and standard deviation of price movements, but it is a nice guide, and we see that it has reflected bullish or bearish market conditions rather accurately throughout the last 5 years. And what we just discovered is it wasn't even necessarily the back test that we were looking for of this red band, which I was just talking about, though likely still that is a signal I would look for personally. But perhaps it was even the middle band simply entering this red channel. As we see, as soon as it did on the weekly, as soon as that band entered, man, market got hungry. Next week, large candle with some retracement, and then it was just on. Never closed below it. Yeah, this middle red band has to be something to do with the 20 moving average. See, because it follows it so tightly. Back. Still top of the bands on the 4 hour. Let's get rid of these. I think I've gone through pretty thoroughly everything, so I think I can actually start looking at the chat now. Start taking some questions, some Q&As. You guys basically just saw what I do every day when I wake up. I go through the chart in that fashion. Go through every time frame, look at all my indicators that I typically use. There's a little window into the life of Tom Crown. $30-minute rolling over, but price really not reflecting it. Hasn't even caught up to the 20. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced here. Say it again. Alright, let me pull up the chat. Let's do some Q&As. Let me do, you know what? Alright, I'm done with my little review for myself here so I can speak intelligently about what's going on. Now we're going to take some Q&A in a minute. But before we do, I'm going to shamelessly self-promote myself. Make it quick. Make it real quick. If you're new here, or even if you're not, please remember to give this new stream a like. We've had terrible issues with YouTube and not being able to find our streams, and having enough engagement during the stream seems to help a lot. So everyone who hits that like button is a huge help. Really appreciate it. And for the new people here, please remember to subscribe. We're live daily. We're live daily. Around 4 p.m. East is our usual time, but our commitment goes deeper than that. We're on today early because that's where the spice is. That's what we do. And so if you're subscribed, that'll help you find our daily streams. But more importantly, drop the link in the chat, the Discord. So we don't always show up. You can't always find us or know we're live. You don't always get notifications. If you're in the Discord, you will always get a notification. Get trade notifications of spice when we're going on. You'll never miss an episode, so Discord is really important. There's 24/7 live stream there with my TA. Typically I put whatever was on after the episode up there so you can continue to watch it. There's lots of educational resources there as well, and it's free, so what are you waiting for? Last thing, final thing, I dropped the link in the chat for the patron. It's a little late in the month, so I don't necessarily recommend signing up today. You can if you like, but signing up the 1st is going to be the smartest move. Patron charges on the 1st, so if you sign up today, you will get charged again on the 1st. That's why I want to be transparent. I don't want anyone to unknowingly do that.
Love your tar. Greetings from Switzerland.
Schmitz Jerome. Thank you, brother. I love you being here, my friend, and hello, Switzerland. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Very generous of you. Very appreciated. Thank you. Last thing was the patron. Drop the link one more time. That link will bring you to a public post from a day ago. I think it was yesterday. And check that out. Check out that post. That's a taste of what the patrons get daily. Patrons also get one-on-one sessions weekly with me if they choose to. Educational resources, exclusive technical analysis and trade setups. I do everything I can to make the patron a solid value, and so far the feedback has been that I'm doing a pretty good job of making it a solid value, so check out that link. That would be also very appreciated. And think about what value that might bring you for signing up in November. As I said, signing up now, not so efficient. The patron is really focused on education. That's mostly what it's for. Yes, there is trade setups from time to time. But it's really for people who are looking to grow as a trader. We're trying to increase or become better, self-sufficient traders, read the charts and markets themselves. What's up, A-Star? Thanks for subscribing, brother. Good to have you in the fam. So yeah, if that sounds like something for you, man, check it out. I appreciate it. And there is my self-promotion. I'm done. Moving on. Let's see what the chat is saying. Give me a second to catch up. Yo, Ja, what's up, man? Real estate, Rec City. Star. Any tips on buying penny-valued crypto? Yes. Yes, I have. I can't even call them tips because they're so much more important than that. How do I word this? I've said the same statement so many times, and I think I failed to find the right wording for it. A coin being valued in pennies is not relevant by itself. That is the most important thing to understand if you have that mindset that you just said, A star. There's no intrinsic value or gain because of its USD price alone. The reason typically that cryptos are valued in pennies is because the supply is very high. So what's important to look at is not the USD value, it's the market cap. Market cap is really the number that people, when they think about, oh, XRP's 20 cents, it's so cheap. What they're thinking about the USD price of it without understanding that when they say this is cheap, what they are actually referring to is the market cap. And so XRP's market cap is not low, it's very high, it's in the top 10. So XRP is not cheap. Because it's 20 cents or $1 or $1,000 doesn't make any difference. A whole coin is just a mental thing. It's not real. What you should look at it, or look at coins at, with the mindset of, let's say I have $100, okay, and I'm gonna buy a coin. I don't know what coin, ABC coin, XYZ coin. It doesn't matter how many coins I get with that $100. It's that I have $100 worth. So if I get 0.1 of a coin or 10,000 coins, it makes no difference, because the only thing that's going to change that $100 is the percent increase or decrease of that market cap of that coin. So if you have $100 and the market cap goes up 10%, you now have $110. If it goes down 10%, you have $90. That is true regardless of if you have 1,000,000 coins or 0.001 of a coin. That 10% still changes your initial investment in the same way. It's really a hard concept for people to accept and internalize, but it is absolutely reality. A coin that has a large market cap and is a fraction of a penny doesn't have any greater chance of becoming 1 penny than a coin that's 10,000 of making the same percent change, the same delta. Hopefully that makes sense. It's not intuitive. I get it. Like, no one should feel bad about having that mindset. We all do when we enter crypto, because we're used to the concept of whole numbers, and crypto removes that from us. And I think that's where some disconnecting crypto comes. It's really hard for people to think in decimals and in percents, because, you know, 1 penny, if you're in the US, 1 penny is the smallest amount you can pay for something. It isn't divisible anymore. It's only 1 penny. In crypto, you can have millions, 100 millions, billions of a penny. And so there isn't that 1 to 2 change that people commonly are, you know, imagining when they look at these coins. It's a really important thing. Glad I got to talk about it. Hopefully that helps you. Look at the market cap, not the cost. Going on? I think I'm lagging again.
Crushing it, brother. Vegas 100K party soon. 500K party soon after.
100K party in Vegas. 3 red ducks will be there. I know that. No, you'll be there, buddy. I'll be there. Yes, A star. Every coin has their own market cap. There's also total market cap, which is all of them connected. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm dropping frames again. Maybe not. Antonio Bellido. That's why it goes up, because most people don't understand that. I acknowledge that point, completely. Can't argue against that. I guess I would respond with, that may be true, but that doesn't really bode well for anything but like short term. That bodes well maybe for pump and dump kind of thing. But if people are entering on knowledge that isn't correct, it's an unlikely scenario that that's going to bode well long term. Gotta start thinking in percents. Patron Night Thursday, that is correct. In for a $700 pullback. Ultra Chaos Steve. Well, my thoughts on that would be $700 pullback is kind of going back to what we were just saying. Not really relevant. Sorry, I didn't mean to use like that kind of tone. Totally valid question. Everyone has the same thing, especially newer people in crypto. Even people who aren't. We all have that mental block of thinking in dollars and in flat numbers. $700 pullback, your target maybe should be, what would it be, 700? Like a 7% pullback, 8% pullback. $700 pullback is irrelevant because right now that's 7 or 8%, but let's say Bitcoin goes to 20,000. Now that's only 3 or 4%. Let's say it goes to 100,000. Now it's like not even 1%. It's a shifting sand. As price increases, flat dollar amounts change in percent value. $100 up here isn't as large of a change as $100 up when Bitcoin was 5,000, 3,000. Those are much larger percents then. What's up, Crypto Slow Joe and Adam Clark? And Emmett Wilson. And Vesemir. And I already said hi to Ja, but Ja gets 2. Coinstant. MM Miller, Noah S. What's up, bros? Boris Matkovic. End of year 20k? I think that's possible. If we get a daily back test at 11,755, it's in play. The third quarter close, man, that set us up for a very spicy fourth quarter and end of year. I'm not even going to speculate because it's not really valuable, but I think 20k, that's possible. That is totally possible. Last time Bitcoin went from 10k to 20k in 5 days, something like that. It was a really short period of time, incredibly short. Robert Douglas, what's up, man? And Nicholas Ramjui. Robert Douglas, love the show. Thank you, bro. Any idea what's wrong with ETH? I don't think anything's wrong with ETH. Bitcoin is the king, and it doesn't really matter what people's opinions are in the space of that. People don't want to believe it, and that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Bitcoin dominance has been reversing, moving to the upside for weeks now. And that's just what ETH is experiencing along with everything else. I don't think there's anything wrong with ETH. I think that it did get a little overheated a little early, and that may be why it's a little extra painful, but long term I don't think there's anything wrong or fundamental about it that you should worry about. Adam Clark, you rock, bro. Well, A-Star, man, this is the place for you. That's what we do here. We're all about education, all about sharing knowledge. I'm not really your typical crypto YouTuber. I'm always learning, always trying to learn, add to my tool belt in crypto and trading. I'd like to think I'm pretty good, pretty accurate, but I'm not afraid to admit it if I'm wrong. Not afraid to learn from someone else. I'm not afraid to add new ideas. I feel like I'm always doing that. And hopefully that spills over to you guys. I hope. Eat all your fish. I don't think the US election will have any. Honestly, I don't think it'll have any impact. Specifically. I think people who claim that are really just people who are trying to like endorse whatever side they're on in the US war on each other's different opinions. I don't think that like there's a better or worse scenario, period, for crypto. Like I think if the election is going to cause a sell-off, then it's going to happen regardless. If it's going to cause a rally, it's going to happen regardless. I don't think that it is attached to one outcome. Victor Andreasen, welcome to our fam, bro. Good to have you here today. An exciting day. Good time to find us. Stumble into our stream. Karen Tejita, it's been a while, bro. Good to see you. I'm holding back using that word. I'm holding back using the bull run word. It's not a word that you guys really ever hear me say. I don't throw it around. I don't throw it around carelessly. But there's the macro signals. We're seeing it on the macro time frames. Nice, 4 hour managing to pull up. Managing to pull up with a slightly higher high, avoiding bearish divergence. Possibly here, depending. Not versus the 10th. But that's okay. That could imply this move is not over yet. Yeah, Karen, I'm trying to avoid using that word, but I think macros are lining up. I think the global economy is lining up. These stars are quickly snapping into position. Inside and outside of crypto. It's hard to deny. I'm looking for one more confirmation. One more confirmation. This is me. This is my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm looking for a back test on the daily. We may not get it. I'm looking for a back test on the daily at 11,755. Ideally, I want to see this happen. Ideally, I want to see price move up for a new high. Could even be as high as 16.1 area. And then I want to see a retest. 16.1 is probably the higher range of that. Maybe the more probable would be 14-ish. And then a retest. And this 11,755 is likely to move up a little bit, maybe up to about 11.8, 11.9, but it moves slowly. Of course, it even could be a smaller rally. Either way, I'm looking for price to rally to another level here, and then come back to test 11,755 on the daily. And if it holds there, and we see a bounce, I'm all in. I'm already all in. I'm already all in. But I will start using the bull run word, the BR word, the dangerous word to use. That's very emotional. So if I use it, it's likely to skew not just my own view, but other people's views. So I'm very hesitant. But we have everything we need, man. We had our Q3 close. We had the second highest quarterly close ever in September. Second only to the all-time high of 2017. We have the weekly finding support at the middle Bollinger Band, a very typical bull run scenario, one that we lacked in 2019 during that rally. We lacked a lot of these signs, and we're seeing them. We have the 2-day, the 3-day, the 4-day, the 5-day, the 6-day showing bullish divergence. I'm waiting for the weekly to show it. It will eventually if it continues. We will see it eventually. The weekly now, like, this is what's crazy to me. The weekly is still not rolled over. So close. Like, crazy close. We can see here last time it rolled over. Rolled over. Rolled over. That's what we're looking for. On the MACD, we're looking for the weekly to flip green, and we've already put a good amount of distance underneath us, and we're just an inch away from flipping green on the weekly. We have the 4-day Ichi twist that happened above the clouds. Doesn't get more bullish than that on the 4-day. We're above all major moving averages on basically every major time frame. Currently, the month is bullish engulfed. We're waiting on the 3-day here still to give us that same Ichi signal. Pull it up. I already showed it once, but we'll pull it up again. Loading. Next 3-day candle, which is actually today. Wow, in 4 hours. We will get this twist on the 3-day. That is the strongest 3-day signal Ichi can give us. And we've been waiting for this specifically because we already saw it on the 4-day. Not many people look at the 4-day, but we got it first here. Unusual to see the longer time frame do it. But to see the 3-day, 2-day, 1-day follow is just confirming we have so many reasons to be bullish. That doesn't mean that price is only going to go up though. Like I said, I'm looking for 11,755. Price isn't only going to go up, but it's looking more and more like that's where we're headed now long term. We didn't have any of what I just mentioned. We didn't have any of those things in 2019 during the rally up to 14K. We didn't have any of those. We might have had bullish engulfing monthly candles, but we did not have the 4-day twist, the 3-day twist. We didn't have the high close of the quarterly. We didn't have the weekly support in the middle Bollinger Band. It just rode the top band. Like, these are very different rallies on a technical level. TA shows us these are very different rallies. Most notably to me, being a crypto junkie, most notably to me being the sentiment and the hype. In 2019, the hype was out of control. Monstrous hype. Unsustainable hype. Now we're back at these levels. There's really not that much hype. There's some hype. We see some new faces here today. That's good. Good to have you guys. But 2019 was a tsunami. It was a hurricane of hype. And that's not what I want to see here. I don't want to see massive hype yet. And we don't, and we're back to these levels. Dude, we have every piece of this puzzle. We don't know if they're all going to fit together. But we have all the pieces. Taking off this because it's pulling me. There we go. Greg Bowen, what's up, man? That's not bad advice at all. It's pretty decent advice. Dollar cost average. I have a video on it on my channel. I highly recommend that to anyone, not just in crypto, but any space. If you're new to markets, dollar cost averaging, very hard to beat. Very hard to beat. It's a very simple strategy. Doesn't really take any knowledge or insight. And it's highly successful, and it's been used forever. There's decades of evidence that works. It's just slow and not very interesting. Not very satisfying. But if your goal is to feel satisfied by trading, you shouldn't be trading. Your goal should be success. Your goal should be to grow your capital. Should not be to be entertained. As crappy as that is to say, probably shouldn't be trading if that's why you're doing it. That's solid advice. What's nice about it is that you're not really impacted by the volatility. In fact, you benefit from the volatility in markets as opposed to getting wrecked. Yo. Whoa, 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 whoa. Money Flicker, what's up, bro? Yes, this is the Hypnotic Spice Day. This is the most important day to have the hypnosis. To calm your soul. That's why I'm on. Trebiddy, what's up, brother? Welcome back. Dude, Coin Collector. Coin Collector's back. Where have you been, dude? I think it's been like a year. Probably only been like 3 months, but where have you been? Where you been? Trebiddy, yeah, we can look at that. Take a look. We can take a peep. I haven't looked at it today, in all honesty, so not sure what we're about to see. Not really seeing anything. Not a lot going on in the old Ethereum realm. No divergence really on the daily. Really just looks like it's ranging between 388 and 370. My edge would be that ETH closes above 370 today, above this support. I think it's unlikely to reach down to this 351 at this point. I mean, we got your Trace Tito's, our classic move. Classic sign. We have the higher high. Like, this is going to be an inverse head and shoulders eventually. I have high confidence in that. High confidence. Trend. Dude, this room is on fire hot. I threw on this hoodie because it was chilly this morning, and now I have like a heat stroke here. Yeah, I don't see any issues here with ETH at all, to be honest. I think it's just ranging. So we looked at Bitcoin dominance today, and that's really where the story is. That's what's running the show. Bitcoin dominance is finally reaching for our target. Had this target since September, like, I don't know, like September 3rd or 2nd. Finally broke through the 50, through the 100, closed above, back tested the 100. Now we're reaching for our target, finally. 62, 61. Or higher, maybe up to 65. We'll see. 62, 61 looking insanely probable.
YouTube famous BTC King of Kings, first of his name, Big Daddy Crown. Did you seen McDonald's is offering 4 for $4 with free Wi-Fi for homeless people?
Ooh, 4 for 4 free Wi-Fi, dude. That's... Thanks, Josh, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. Where was I? Yeah, Bitcoin dominance. This is the reason that you're seeing the pain in ETH. This is the reason that alts are seeing the pain. Bitcoin is rallying, and in typical fashion, though we haven't seen it, we didn't really see this in 2019. Another difference in the rallies. Or maybe we
YouTube famous BTC King of Kings, WTF is OMG doing it? Looks like liquid cookie that's crashing through its support.
Look at OMG. I really gotta take this hoodie off though. Let me cue it up. I would just take it off, but YouTube, I don't have a shirt on. YouTube's not a fan of nudity. I don't know, man nipples or nudity on YouTube. Not gonna risk it. Let me finish here for Trebiddy. Basically what this is Bitcoin taking back dominance in the total crypto market cap. Meaning, if all of the cryptocurrencies market cap is, let's say, 100 billion, which it's not, it's higher, but that's an easy number. Bitcoin is expanding, so now let's say it would be 617 million. And as this goes up, it's just taking up more of that room. And so in essence, it's squeezing the value out of alts and sucking it in to Bitcoin. And that's That's why you're seeing across the board alt selling. It's nothing really to worry about. I would be more worried if it didn't happen, to be honest. Let's get rid of some of this clutter. Yeah, there's just like nothing here, to be honest. It's really the same. Really the same. The critical level here is going to be 302. A break of that may paint us out some bearish setups, but it's really the same. It's just this like descending, whatever you want to call it. If 302 breaks, then it gets a little uglier. But so far, hasn't broken. Still has the same pattern, just scooping it out more. Like, this is what you want to see, though. You can even see this exact same pattern back here. It's that tight coiling moving down that leads to these springy bounces. And it's doing it again. As long as it doesn't break under its support here, there's absolutely, like, there's really only anything to worry about under here. But with this swing low, that's where I'd be looking, 302. There's not much to worry about.
Get rich holding or die trading, or just join our Patreon and hold your nuts versus someone else holding them for you. 86 traders in a row straight profit.
My man.
If OMG turns bearish, I might have to burn your hoodie.
Josh, if OMG breaks 250, I'll buy you a hoodie, buddy. There you go. You don't want this one. It's just a matter of time. The weekly is set up. We have weekly bullish divergence on the low. It looks like it's going to print a second one. Unless it breaks that 250 range, it's going to print more bullish divergence on RSI. And as soon as this turns around, now you have it on the weekly and RSI. It's just set up. Like, it's set up solid. Look at the last 4 weeks, man. Like, this is just the same range with slightly lower highs. There's been no change. Unfortunately, there's just been no real movement. It's just ranged here, and you can see that best on the weekly. Like on the daily, this almost looks even to be setting up some kind of harmonic. So maybe it does break 303. Maybe it comes down to like 275. And we have some kind of like gnarly. Because that actually looks pretty spot. That looks pretty spot on. But we'll find out. I'm not worrying. I have alerts. Josh, I have alerts set literally just for you. Just for you. Actually, it went off last night, so I have to do it again. Wouldn't worry. Everything going on is just a result of this guy. When it reaches this level, when it reaches 62, 61, when it reaches the 20 daily, likely going to see it reject to find resistance or support again. And when it rejects, that's when you're going to see the alts move back up. That's when you're going to see people FOMOing back into alts. And roughly at the same time, as soon as Bitcoin isn't where you're supposed to be, alts are. Alts get so much more gains. That's when it's going to find support and likely reverse again and test the top side of here. You're going to see alts pain again. That's what this market does. One of the only things it does consistently is shift value from Bitcoin to alts back and forth in a manner that keeps people running from one to the other, back and forth. And each time they're selling the bottom of each in the pair. They're selling their alts today because Bitcoin dominance is up. And then when Bitcoin dominance reverses, they're going to go buy their alts again. They're going to buy them at the top just to see Bitcoin dominance reverse. And they're going to wait until it's at the bottom, and they're just going to be chopped up back and forth, back and forth. That is what always happens. When you see Bitcoin dominance going up, That's when you should start preparing to look for good entries. When you see Bitcoin dominance reversing, that's when you're going to start looking, or reversing from the bottom, that's when you start looking for good entries. And when you see it reversing from the top, that's when you start looking for exits or take profits. Don't get chopped up. You don't want to get chopped up, guys. The chance or the probability of it finding some resistance at the 200 daily is very high. Very high. In my opinion, very probable. That's always been... We can look back to when we drew these lines in like September. It's always been what we're looking for. We're looking for a hit to the moving averages to find resistance. Actually looks like we're at the 200 weekly right now. Even possible to reverse there, but I doubt it. I think it really is going to reach up into the 63s, at least. 62 minimum. Have to wait and see. Dude, it's hot as crap in here. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I gotta turn the air conditioner on, and I gotta take this hoodie off, or I'm going to explode. I'm gonna put on the Ninja smokescreen for a second, so no one thinks we're not at the chair. Yeah, grab deodorant.
YouTube famous Frozen King of Kings. What your thoughts on EGLDL Rund?
Alright, alright. We're back. Smoke screen down. Thanks for sticking with it. Welcome, Mawagani Alphonse. Welcome to the fam, brother. It's good to have you. Dang. Alright, let me get back in here. Okay, that's not working. Load. Oh man, what a morning. It's awesome to have everybody here still. We're rocking and rolling.
YouTube famous BTC King of Kings. How come the ice cream machine at McDonald's is always broke yet they have free Wi-Fi for wrecked city?
I don't know. I have no explanation. It's always broken though, that's for sure. Let's look at EGLD for you. I know this coin previously was something else and became EGLD. So it likely doesn't have a lot of chart history, right? Though I have no idea how much time has passed. Holy, alright. Alright, alright. Alright, I see why this caught your eye. This is more to my liking. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, there's a few things. So, a few things to note. We don't have enough chart history to really find a support, sadly. We don't. But we can use fib. We can use fib here. And it does look like the 141 extension of the initial high to low swing is sitting at $6.12. It looks like we wicked to 6 exactly. Spicy. We see what could be becoming bullish divergence, but we need to see a reversal. We need to see at least a local high on RSI be set to confirm that, or at least even see it move up. I mean, at minimum. We don't have enough chart history to really pin it, but we do see that we have a lower swing low with a higher swing in momentum, or a higher swing in RSI here, at least for now. Daily MACD kind of looks like it's rolling over, but not too, doesn't look like it's doing it very quickly. What we should do here, what I would do here on this coin, is I would look for a break of this descending trend line. Break of the descending trend line. Because that likely will validate the bullish divergence on the lows here. And when we get it, if we get it here, where I will be looking, oops, did that backwards.
Elrond is EGLD. Pretty sure they burned a majority of the supply, bringing it down to a total supply of 20 mil coins.
Oops. In this range. One sec, Josh. Hey, she brought me a soda. Delivery. Not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Alright, where I will be looking for that trendline break. If it confirms our bullish divergence on the lows, I'm going to be looking for 14.19. That's pretty solid. A pretty solid take. About 100%. Up to 150%. Higher range at 1784. Yeah, but we at this point it's a knife. We don't have anything below. We did have that fib extension that lined up well with this $6 and the $6 flat to the cent. To me, likely suggests some psychological support here. Nice rounded number. We have these two low wicks at 650, maybe a good entry, possibly. Not quite a double bottom, but pretty close. But I would not touch this until we see a trend line break. And when we do, because it will eventually, or can't go down forever, it can only go to 0. Which I've never seen happen to any coin. There's two trades that I would look to take. It could be a breakout trade to $9, breakout on the trend. Or if you do get that validated solid bullish divergence, you may look to play that more as a swing and try to get up to the 0.5 and maybe up to the 618 retrace. That's how I would play this. Really no other way. I would not randomly just buy now. I wouldn't really randomly rebuy at a $6 test. It's just too knife catchy for me. But when we see this trend line break, we're likely to see this validate, and that spells for some upside movement. I'd say $9 is the probable safe trade there. Probable trade. But if we do get these signals we're looking for, we may see a larger swing trade possibility as well. Bitcoin dominance rallying. Really gonna almost have to wait for that to play out. That's when we can really start looking for positions. Hour though, higher low. 4 hour may be suggesting bullish divergence, but again, I would wait for the daily. Definitely would wait for the daily. But there's likely a smart trade there, so it's a good coin to look at. I'm definitely gonna save that one. Wait. Schwiggity sweet. Nice, man. We've had solid viewership for, this is actually day 3 in a row. Coming up on 2 hours here with over 200 watching. I like it. 164 likes. That's pretty good too. It's pretty good. EGLD burned their supply. And burning supply is good. It really comes down to distribution, what effect that has, and I'm not aware of its distribution. I will say that burning coins is never a bad thing if you have that coin, as long as it's not your coins getting burned. Never a bad thing. But definitely waiting on that one, unless you're a knife catcher, a juggler. You could try it, but I would not recommend. I don't think that's the intelligent play, and I think there is intelligent plays there to be made, so up to you guys. Nice, we're just ranging here, bringing RSI down. Yep. Letting the hourly swing lower. Excellent. Excellent. Setting up for bullish divergence possibly here. That would be a welcomed sign. It does appear the longer that we remain sideways above this support, that the MACD and RSI are going to continue to be dragged down, and that is good. That is what we want.
SNE tar would be appreciated, thanks.
SNE. Mr. Real Estate, thank you, sir. Thank you for the $5 donation. We can absolutely look at the SNE. I don't know what it is. We're just gonna roll the dice here. How I do. Ooh, that is spotty. Why is that so spotty? WTF. Okay. First thing that stands out to me on the daily, MACD showing some bullish divergence. Not RSI though. Possibly showing weak bullish divergence on these lows RSI, but MACD definitely showing a stronger bullish divergence. I think what we're gonna have to do, because why is this so spotty? Is this the chart you wanted? Is it? Because this is, why is there gaps every daily candle? Oh, I'll just keep going anyway. Wait till catch up. Let's see it on the monthly. Okay, here we go. This is a different chart. This is a very different chart. Very interesting. This looks unlike anything I've ever charted before, so that is gonna be, this is a nice little treat for me. Glad I zoomed out. Only looks like we have a channel here on the macro. Oh yeah. Looks like it's heading for the 100 range, to be honest. Though the monthly not... Maybe I take that back. There's divergence on these highs. Maybe even look at the quarterly. Well, it still has quarterly momentum. Monthly looking not so great, but that's been true of a lot of assets we've looked at. Weekly with the divergence on the highs as well. Gee. Let's see. Let's check out where we are in the retracement. Right tool. Two, 3, 6.
Tom of the Crown is the perfect porno name for crypto.
The Crown. The Crown. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, thank you. This is a weird chart. Well, we have a supply line on the weekly for sure. Let's chart that out. Absolutely. And also looks like we have our demand line, I guess, and we have a supply line for sure too. This is a spicy chart. This is nice and spice. Oh yeah. Well, I don't like the looks of that. I like the looks of that. Put it in again. Looks like it's in an ascending wedge. Man, this high, this recent high is so problematic for this stock or asset, whatever it is. This is so problematic for it. Every time frame that I've seen, this is a lower swing high on RSI, daily, weekly, monthly. This is really problematic. Does look like it found some support on its previous high at 72.72. Throw me the curveballs today. Throw me the curves. I feel like it's long term. I'm not a huge fan of this. I could definitely see a play here. This is just like a sketch. This is not financial advice. There's definitely some kind of trade that can be made here to the top of this wedge. You could probably even have a tighter stop loss. You might even just want to play that low. Have a better risk reward there. But this high is so freaking problematic. Everywhere we look, this high, it just doesn't measure up. And to me suggests that this rising wedge is valid. But something tells me, I don't know what, something tells me that it still wants maybe up to, like, maybe to retest this rising wedge again, maybe near 100, and that is when I see it becoming likely to break down out of this wedge, set a lower low. That, something like that. You're really in the middle of this pattern, so it's not the best spot to take a trade either way. I think the smart trade here is actually to wait for it to hit the top of this wedge again and then take a short. That is what I think would be the smarter play. You'd be able to manage your stop loss there a lot tighter than you can here, because you're really just in the middle ground. It's like taking a position in the middle of a range trade. There's really no reason to do it. You might as well wait for it to hit support or resistance. I miss, maybe there is some resistance or support. I will admit I did not look, I was too distracted. Not really. Some here. Gonna get some here on this weekly rally. Sell off here. Let's see how these line up with our wedge. Alright, pretty darn well. Not good. Yeah, this is a risky long. But likely pretty solid support here at 60. If you wanted to go long on this, I would honestly wait for 60. I would wait for 60, and then maybe look to go short at the top of this wedge. Start looking at 85 with a tight stop. That's what's great about that play. You can try long here and try to long up to 116. But dude, this high, I'm conflicted. I mean, we're at support locally. No real divergence on the lows, but the highs are problematic. The weekly looks okay. You may be able to play along up to that 85. Just seems sketch to me. Seems very sketch. Invest at your own risk. Alright. I don't know if I can really get any more out of this. It's a little... Take one more look at. Yeah, I think short. I think looking to go short is the play on that. I think that's where the edge lies. Patron party, patron party, patron party. Party popper, party pop. Party pop. Oof. Glad Bitcoin relaxed a little bit. That was a lot of energy earlier. A lot of energy. We're just relaxing. Painting the bullish divergence, fingers crossed on the lows, and just cruising. Take a look at the analytics for this video quick. 70% of the traffic has been through suggested videos. That's pretty cool. 1,000 views in the last hour. 2,000 views on the video. That's pretty darn good, guys. Freaking good. 1,000 in the last hour. We're about 2 hours, about 1,000 piece. Nice. You guys are doing a great job. Stream from the Venetian pool. Guys, I don't make, unfortunately, I don't make, what is like 50 to 100 grand a month. So vacations and Venetian pools, not really in my, repertoire at the moment, per se. But I got faith in the corn. Oof. See, I got faith in the corn. I think it'll take me there eventually. LTC, bear with me, secret.
Tequila and tar for breakfast.
Tequila in technical analysis. T and TA. Man, it doesn't really matter how you slice this thing, it is falling. I'll even find a wedge. Well, knife catching. If you're looking at LTC, I did make a buy here to add to my bag. That bag is currently down 10.68%. Yeah, but I'm not worried. This was never a short-term play. This was never a scalp. Simply adding to what is my second largest position. And on the day I talked about it, even acknowledged the fact that we could see this low break, and in that circumstance, in that case, I would be looking for 003. Now that is a far trip down still. Another 23%. The way the cookie crumbles when you catch knives, boys. Okay with that. Not a big deal. 4 hour. Setting a new RSI low. Not the daily though. Daily might be its saving grace. There's just not a lot to support it. Until we get down to that 0.3. I mean, that is... There's gonna be some solid support here for LTC BTC down at 003. Doesn't look like there's anything else here. This is crypto though. Stuff can just randomly reverse for no reason. And stuff can overshoot even the greatest of supports. We see that in the history that it has literally traded down on Wix to fractions of its value. Likely due to low liquidity though at the time. That's why they're Wix. They're Wix and then price resumes at the same point. That's typical low liquidity price action. To the upside or downside. But I'm keeping my eyes, man. Keeping them peeled. I'm gonna, if we get here, if we get to this point, the 003 range, I'm gonna look to add to my bag again. Do not recommend this for others. For others, this is a little knife catchy. This is not a quick play. There's not going to be a quick turnaround, or at least it's not expected. There's some pain to this bag. if you choose. You so choose. What would we be looking for? These wicks mess everything up. I hate that. My least favorite thing to happen to charts. Bonkers wicks. I'm gonna take it from me. It eventually finds support. Take it to its high. Dang, man, that 4-7 should have held. Should have held for it. It was getting spicy. Now there's just nothing else underneath us. It's just like the full retrace at 003, and pray for a double bottom. That's really it. The only other way I could slice this, and I could see this working, is we can take the swing high to swing low and look for an extension. The extension lines up pretty perfectly with our 003. We can see that the previous low here on Litecoin 004 was the 141 extension. That wasn't a crazy add. Now we're looking at the 168. We can slice this one other way as a reward. As a reward for everyone who's stuck with us for these 2 hours-ish. Maybe coming up on 3. I have no concept of time. Slice this one more way. We can look maybe to this swing low. Swing high, swing low. It's a 3 fib extension. Highly unlikely to offer us support, but it is possible. We keep seeing the importance, though, of this 004 zone. There's this the 2618 was our kind of fake out bottom. Hold support there. Get this one more way. More. Should be a measured move. I think we already did that one. Did this one? I don't remember. Yeah, that 379 is like the only other area where anything adds up. And it's such a such a loose, it doesn't have any reason to be strong. We can actually slice it this way. I'm going all out. I'm trying to divine the bottom here ahead of time. That same 3-7. Same 3-7 area. If I were a more gambling man, if I were a riskier trader, I might look to split up what I would add at 003. Maybe 1/4 of it here in this zone, and then 3/4 or something below, or half and half. But I'm really not a gambly trader, so I probably am going to ignore this and either wait for 003 or wait for it to reverse. We just dissected this chart. Did not yield anything, unfortunately. Yielded us one kind of flimsy range. The 0036 to 0037 level. Not very good. Oof. Daily. A daily dough. 50 just backhanded the crap at LTC on the daily. Whoo, buddy. Look at that. Daily candle opened at the 50 daily and just smacked down. Spicy. Picking up on bullish divergence on the lows already, though. This is a knife. We even actually have... Well, when things look their worst is when I get my most excited. That is true, actually. Let's hide the chart. What we actually see here is pretty interesting. So we have just yelled. She's okay. We have the 5200, the classic death cross on the daily approaching. Classic. But there's a few things of note here. We see the 100 sloping up. We see the 200 sloping up. Those are both potentially bullish indications, even though we're getting this death cross. But then we also have a contradictory 20 moving average. Looks to be rejecting bearishly the 200. This is all the signals at once. All the signals at once. The only saving grace here really is that the 200 and the 100 are both sloping up, showing that the momentum in the last 200 and 100 days is greater than it was previously. That is the only grace there. Here we go on the weekly. Maybe it is time for me to buy Litecoin. This looks absolutely dismal.
Can we chart XRP, BTC? Lol, that thing looks like a never-ending Mercury retrograde.
Rico. Thank you again, brother. Yeah, we can look at XRP. Let me look at the monthly here. I know I'm falling down like a hole, but the ultimate, dun dun dun, the 50 monthly, death crossing with the 20 monthly. The 50 just literally in September was generated. Oh wow, there is every bearish signal ever.
Crown of the buffet.
Amazing. That makes me hungry. Hungry for Litecoins. Wow. There's no saving grace on that right now. That is amazing. Well, alright, XRP, here we go. Hit our target and rejected. Boom. In typical XRP fashion. No, I'm just kidding. We snuck our target in 25.8 cents. Actually hit it 3 times. Plenty of time to take profit. There was a brief moment here on the 12th of October where it did look like it maybe was going to test the top of our target range, but this ascending trend really held it down. Brutal. Daily MACD maybe printing some bullish divergence, but RSI not in agreement. These trend lines, it just seems to be unable to retake any ascending trend lines, like at all. This one's from like back here or something. Fell underneath it, failed it once, failed it twice, failed it 3 times, fell underneath its lower ascending trend, touched it, failed it. What to even say about this? Looks like it's in the same boat here, opened at the 50 daily and got punished. Let's zoom it out. I don't think the daily's gonna help us here. There's just nothing here. There's just no information. There's support at 22 cents. On the macro, we look at the macro and the pattern is good. We have inverse head and shoulders pattern. We have a high. This high didn't quite make it high enough to really confirm it, but the shape's there. This is on the weekly. I mean, this should reverse. It's like gonna reverse eventually. Like, would you buy this? I wouldn't buy that. It's a spooky buy. Though admittedly, this whole thing kind of does look like the first rally of Bitcoin from March till now, but this is a 2018 high. Really what this reminds me of is oil, unfortunately. Just like our rally that doesn't seem to be able to get enough momentum. Has a lot of pressure. We see this is the inverse chart, so down means up, up means down. Okay, so that's actually better than I thought. We do have the bottom rounding, or the top rounding here. Really does look like oil, but inverted. That's the important aspect. Looks like the inverse of oil. Oil, I think, looks bearish. So this is going to break to the upside. I mean, that's how I feel. This is gonna break to the upside. I just could not tell you even remotely that time frame. Whenever it does break to the upside, gonna be looking up here. But man, it sure is not showing it yet. It's had a glimmer of it shined, it glimmered man, in the light for like a week as it was touching our target, and then gave it up. Macro looks fine though. You get that really solid descending trend, very tight on the monthly. Like those break up, it's just when. This was a savage break, savage fake out. We had another one back here in May 19, September 18. Honestly, I would sit out on XRP until I saw a high break, any high break, like 34 cents, 32 cents. Yeah, and it looks like it's changed its pattern, but we see back here that really the same thing happened. If we remove this price history, all of a sudden that looks really familiar to what's going on now. Good luck. Just good luck, Rico. It's an interesting chart. Don't have an edge. Do not have an edge until it starts being able to break some of these trend lines, man. Look, I have some XRP. I just don't have no input right now. It hit my target, I'm walking away from it. Hit my target, I'm good, I'm out. I don't know why so many people thought Link broke out of its channel. I thought everyone was like crazy. I thought they were gaslighting me, actually, when they said that. So, like, I saw it on all kinds of different TA channels, and I was like, dude, no, I don't think it did. Everyone was convinced. Not according to my channel. Hit my target. Actually, one of our patrons, we were talking about Link in one of our one-on-ones, and they were asking me how I felt about it. And I put this box up and I said, this is about as far as I think it's gonna go right now. And that's what happened. Pretty nice. Daily is showing bullish divergence signs on the lows are possible here. You have this ascending trend line, may get tested. MACD very close to that same bullish divergence. Maybe a touch of that trend would give it to us completely. Tell you what though, you do not want to fall out of this. You want to break this to the upside. I think I'm the only person whose channel wasn't broken. I swear that was like, everyone was looking at that. I didn't understand. Here's the thing with Link. Link ran while everything else didn't. Ran for like 2 years.
How dare
Honestly,
you to
find a
call
different
me
coin.
bullish
That's
on
how I feel about
XRP? I just wanted to laugh at the Bitcoin XRP chart.
Alright, so we have confirmation. We have confirmation Rico is in fact, that's what he just said. Ignore what was read. We have confirmation Rico is bullish on XRP. He loves XRP and he wants to marry it. That's okay, Rico. We don't judge here. No one's allowed. Yeah, that is an interesting chart as well. Link, dude. This is what I have to say about Link. This is important. Link had a phenomenal run. It ran all of 2018, all of 2019. It had what could be a blow off top. This is pretty ugly. You have like a horn top here, whatever it is. Yes, it can break up and it can still continue up with the rest of the market. It can go test our 25, but it never tested this $5 range. It was a major support or major resistance, broke through it, never looked back. Those things tend to get tested, though it is odd. It would be odd to see it now. Would be odd. Simply because you would expect for it to lose that much value that the total crypto market would not be in great condition. Chart. Link BTC is still okay. This would be my guide if I was really invested in Link. But honestly, my take on this is it ran like heck for a long time. Never retraced. If you're not in it, just find a different coin. Something else is gonna run. Something else is closer to the bottom, has a lot more room up. Link may continue, may keep going. But it's just the probability of this. I think it starts to weigh in the negative direction here. You have daily bullish divergence on the RSI. Not a bad thing to see. This is Link BTC, by the way, not Link USD. And if I was unwilling to find a different coin, I was unwilling to give up on it, which is okay. You don't have to just because I feel that way. I'm not always right. If I was unwilling to, what I would be doing is I would be watching MACD. Or not MACD. I would be watching Link BTC. This would be my guide. So far, it's okay. So far, it's in a large flag. It's still what looks like on its supply line. We can see that very dominant supply line. These lows are coming up. No divergence on those lows. Little RSI divergence on these highs, though, unfortunately, on MACD and RSI. But if this breaks down out of this supply type or demand line, whatever you call it, not gonna look so good. Not gonna look very good. And these are my projections here. Looks like they started falling off, falling out. What about here? Never bounced this support. Now it's resistance. So this chart has been one of my most successful charts in all of my crypto history, man. We slayed it. If you've been following this channel for a few months, a year, we slayed this thing. Like, we murdered it. This is one of the only charts I don't keep clean simply because it's like an awesome record of technical analysis live. But the major factor in this is this channel. You see this channel lines up with kind of the demand line. If we fall back into this channel, we could take a trip to the bottom. That could take you to that $5 range. So far, so good. We have wicked into it once, twice before. It was a higher low. That's okay. We could see it wick again. Come back out. Maybe we'll paint like a... This could definitely be a harmonic lining up here with this swing low. What we'd be looking for is a lower low to October 8th before reversal. We could see that. But if we do, we better see bullish divergence on that low, and we better get a strong reversal, because if you get trapped into this channel again and it becomes resistance, it's going for the $5. That is what I would say. That is definitely what I would say. Still looks okay. Like this is ignoring what I've just said, because that's how I feel, but ignoring what I just said, it still is okay. It's still not in danger. It's above that channel. I know it's hard to see. It's above that channel. But this is really the first sign of weakness it's, I don't know, ever shown. And it's shown similar weakness, but these were quickly reversed and bought up. That's what we need to see again here, and we need to see it on top of that channel. And if not, it's time for a retrace. I've been saying that since people started watching Link. Yeah, it's doing awesome, but it's really risky. And you know what? Maybe entering it those times was the correct choice, but it was risky. I haven't seen any retracement. Typically, Bitcoin pairs retrace upwards of, we have this 786 on Fib. More than that. We see commonly 90% plus BTC pair retracement on coins. And I don't think Link is going to be an exception. I think at some point it's going to have to pay the piper. It's going to have to come back down. I don't know when. But everything does. I have not seen any exceptions to that. All of my years. Just be careful. It had a lot of hype. The hype seems to have kind of chilled out. The hype maybe capitulated. Not all doom, it's still in fine position. I'll tell you what, I'm a much bigger fan of Litecoin, and Litecoin looks 10 times as crappy right now. So take it with a grain of salt. Litecoin looks worse than anything. I think it is like the single worst looking coin right now, and I love it. I love it. I'm so excited. The opportunity to buy at 003. If I get that, I'll be very happy. Yeah, OMG wicking back up for you, Josh. Total is red for 24 hours. What in the... What the... That's unexpected. Very unexpected. Alts are really getting pounded. Does look like it's at a pretty solid level for support, though. That's good. I don't really want to see total go down. In fact, I would say it's very unusual to see Bitcoin rally significantly and see total go down. Maybe that's reflective of just how far Bitcoin dominance retraced, down to 57-ish%. That was pretty big. See 2019 all the way up at 73%. So if Bitcoin was going up, so is total. Now it's down to 61. It doesn't have as much influence. This was definitely a sign. Actually, I'm surprised because alts rallied pretty hard too. Now I'm confused. Where did the rest of this go? There's more history than this. That's to be more. I don't know, man. I believe we still have 200 watching. That's easy. It's crazy to me. Awesome to have everybody here, though. Make sure you've liked and subscribed and joined the Discord if you haven't yet. If you're new here, we're live every day, pretty much 7 days a week. Though I'm praying for some sideways consolidation here, so I can take a day off or two. I'm not very good at taking time off. Not one of my talents. Yeah, like and subscribe. This 4 hour just closed. Why does it not have? No. Did Coinbase crash? I'm gonna feel stupid if it did. Nine. Oh wow, I feel dumb. If you guys have been saying that in the chat, I feel extra stupid. Let's get DU. It's D bit stamped. Wow, it's been, Coinbase Pro's been down for some time. And I did not notice. Whoops. Whoops, fam. My bad. That's what I get for going off on tangents. Alright, let's take a look at the bit stamp chart. Look at our weekly. Start off in the month. Let me just set this chart up quick. Sure, I could just use the same values, but I'm doing that. Not my jam. Okay. Nothing. I was wondering if maybe it's just the same values. Like literally the same values. Okay. Ooh, well, I guess that's a good thing. Same values. Grabbed my supports and my resistances. Did I miss any big ones? Seven. And not bother. Good enough. What would be interesting? Let's see if this is any different. Nope, same value. Alright, got a new chart set up. One more value I'm missing, but no, I'm not. This just needs to. Okay. So that 4 hour closed red. Not ideal. Oh, Bitstamp shows the bearish divergence on the highs. May be looking to go back test sooner than later.
Do you think the cup and handle is in play for BTC? 16 months time frame can be seen on the weekly.
Yo, Mr. Vlad Ustenko, thank you, sir. Thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. Do I think the cup and handle is in play? Can be seen on the weekly. So I'll have to look. Cup and handle. I can't say that I've been looking for a cup and handle necessarily. Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't think cup and handle is invalid by any means. I guess I would just kind of be looking at it more as an inverse head and shoulders. And I see why. You would think that. I think it's rational. I think it's valid because this is kind of a handle, and if you don't really factor in this lump, that's a pretty solid cup. guess you could even argue this is a cup. If you cut out these lows, actually that's pretty, what that looks like. Man, what a pretty chart that would be. God, don't you wish that was Bitcoin? Then you have a really macro cup and handle. Rather macro. I don't disagree. I see what you're saying, and I think that's valid. I just see this more as a inverse head and shoulders pattern. I think that's just maybe more more accurate. Not even more accurate. It can be either. Both of them are reversal patterns. So here's why I see it as a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, is we had a neckline, we broke it, rallied, and then even back tested basically the left and right shoulders, and now we just need to see this high break. That's really it. That is classic inverse head and shoulder. Maybe if I invert it, it looks better. Maybe this makes you, because people typically look for head and shoulders, not inverse. Does this make that head and shoulders make more sense, I guess? Month time frame. So like this, I kind of went to that. I mean, I see it. I think you really don't want to have these lows here for like a classic cup and handle. I think it's valid. I think it's right. I just really see this more clearly as a head and shoulders. They're both reversal patterns.
Hey valid. Tom, really like your live streams. Did you already look at Tezos? If not, could you do a little glance at it?
T-Friend, what's up, man? Thank you for the 5. We have not looked at Tezos today. We definitely can. Absolutely can. That Coinbase comes back. Did it come back now? Excuse me, no, it didn't. I don't know. This is what I see. I think that they're both valid. We'll take a look at Tezos. 1 second. Just really want to see this. Like, so we have what looks like a very clear head and shoulders to me. And the best part is we had the back test of the neckline. That's the best part of it. That's like what confirms it to me that the target should be a 2 or an extension of the first touch of this pattern. Obviously, you need to break the high or the low in this case because it's inverted to validate that move, but it's just too perfect. This back test was brilliant. It really is right on the neckline. So anyway, enough about that. Great eye, Vlad. I love when people bring me stuff. I've never looked at it as a cup and handle. I think it's totally valid though. Oof. Oof to the Tezos. Nothing here. Amazing. Nothing. Hard call. You still have a higher low. Not in danger. You do have support at 176. That's originally like where I was looking until we broke this 222 and fell back under it. Tested it as resistance again and rejected. If we zoom out, we'll get, I know the weekly here is solid. we're painting bullish divergence on the weekly. We see the weekly rolling over, losing momentum on the sell side. Potentially, depending on where this weekly closes, we're seeing even local bullish divergence on RSI, but we're going to get it either way, unless price moves drastically lower, say under $1.50 or as low as 99 cents. Then we have a weekly bullish divergence on our lows. I don't think those are likely. I think the most likely is maybe double bottom at 2. But I need to see a break of this $2, and we have a weekly kind of 2 touch to it. Wouldn't surprise me to see Tezos weekly candle close back in this trend in the next 5 days. It's just suffering from the same thing everything else is. The Bitcoin dominance flexing on the fools. Yeah, there's really nothing here. This candle looks spooky, but I'm skeptical if it's going to close down here. Highly skeptical. We didn't see any bearish divergence on the highs. Yeah, we had a high and a higher high. Same on RSI, same on MACD. We will see divergence on the lows, possibly. I'm not worried. I don't know. I think even maybe by the end of the day it closes above this trend, which is at 211. I don't really have much else to say about it. Most of these coins, man, I don't have anything new to say because they're just suffering. They're just feeling the force of Bitcoin draining their value with this dominance rally. They were all painting very similar reversal, bottoming patterns, and they still are. I don't think really any of them we've looked at have invalidated those patterns. They've just pulled back. They've just kind of shied away from it. Nice. Did we peg this? Did we catch it? 11,857 for the 0.5. Previous wick high. Gonna find support. Nice RSI diverging. Might even be better to pull back a little farther here for Bitcoin. Honestly. I would like to see the indicators, oscillators, whatever you want to call them. I'd like to see them get a little bit more bearish. The 30 minutes showing it. 30 minutes showing strong bearish divergence on MACD and RSI. So I suppose a bounce here isn't bad. It's a technical bounce. Wouldn't even surprise me to see this line get tested on the 30. Would be pretty interesting. That would be spicy meatball. I don't see a reason to stop. I don't see a reason for Bitcoin to stop here. So I'm not super convinced of this selling. Dang, we still have 200 watching. This is a crazy day. This is a crazy day, guys. Great to share this day with so many people. Very nice. I love these like days full of action. Lots of people are on. The interest and excitement and energy. That's weird. We only had one person join Discord this entire stream. And it's been 2+ hours with just a ton of people viewing. That seems weird. Maybe everybody's in the Discord already. Here we got everybody. Is that possible? Dollar bounced right on cue. Very weak bounce at the moment, but still a little relief there for the dollar. Oh, Litecoin, you look like crap. Beautiful. You're beautiful to me, Litecoin. Crap. You know what? I'll even set a Tezos alert. Under $2 and you got my attention. Dose. Weird. Coinbase Pro is still down? Really? Like, this is a long outage. This is a decently long outage. It's like an hour. They've been down over an hour? What? WTF? When does that, when are like they go down? I know, we give them crap. And at times we get a little overly critical of them, but like right now, how are you down for a whole hour? What? Like how is that, what? Honestly, that might be why we're seeing this. That might be the reason that we've sold off extra. You know, it wasn't impossible here, but that support at 11,920 held until Coinbase stopped trading and then pretty much immediately went underneath it. Like, here we are, this candle, and then just boom. Coinbase is down, boom, sells. Bitstamp is not as liquid as Coinbase. So moving price up or down here is relatively more easily or cheaper done, more efficiently done. That is odd. Dude, why is it? That is really weird to me. Still. Doesn't really seem like there's anything to worry about though. If you were a whale and you wanted to tank the price, dude, you would have just done it while Coinbase was down and market order sells on the less liquid Bitstamp and just crash it. I mean, it just makes that easier. Seems like maybe there's not a lot of interest in that. I don't know. What day of the week? Tuesday. What's going on. Actually, that's not a bad thing for me to look into right now. The API is fine, but web-based services... Well, that's weird because TradingView, to my knowledge, and I'm not an expert, please feel free if you guys know what you're talking about to share your knowledge here, but to my knowledge, TradingView gets its data from Coinbase's API. And when TradingView is down, typically, or when TradingView doesn't have Coinbase, typically there's no trading going on Coinbase. That's what I'm looking at. I'm going to look at Coinbase Pro's Twitter here. Where are people? Dude, what? They didn't even tweet? They don't even have a tweet. Just nothing. Not a word. 4 hours ago, we're listing wrapped BTC. No one cares. Coinbase support? Okay, they're currently investigating an issue with market data on Coinbase Pro and have temporarily disabled trading. Called it. While we look at this, we're working quickly towards a fix and post an update as soon as it's resolved. Thanks for your patience. I'm not sure I offered you my patience, Coinbase Pro. Pretty presumptuous of you to thank me for it. This is pretty beast. An hour is a long time. And there's not even like high volume or anything. When there's high volume, outages are going to happen. You really can't set up a server to be able to take like the increase in the sudden increase in the change in traded volume at the scale we see in crypto. It's like, I don't know, make this number up. Say there's 1,000 trades an hour, and then all of a sudden there's like 100,000 trades in a second. Like, there's just no servers that are really set up to do that. It's not cost efficient. Better for them to just go down for a second. Well, better meaning for them. And then just come back up. And then you don't have to have 1,000 times the bandwidth, 1,000 times the processing power, etc. Best trading. In all caps, advertising his own stream. I guess he's streaming live and watching my stream live. Yo, Jay Bull, long time, man. Where to? Looking for a little bounce here. 11,850, 11,860. Eventually looking for a back test. 11,750. I don't know if we get it today. We might. I don't think this rally is done. I don't see any reason, any rhyme or reason that 1260 would be the top here. Could be the high touch of the day. We could close somewhere lower, but I don't see like the volume or the resistance or anything that would suggest this is where a major reversal is going to happen. It wasn't even high volume. Wasn't even a high volume high. Typically blow off top, see very high volume. Thank you, Monaro. Maybe I will. It will narrate a meditation app. I say that totally honestly. Maybe I will. Important.
Coinbase support on Twitter says trading halted, investigating ASAU.
Thank you, Rico. Thank you again. I thought I just read that, though. I wonder if there's a delay. I mean, fair enough. This is Bitstamp. Bitstamps is, that high is right there, isn't it? But not on Coinbase. I guess that's why I wasn't looking there. Question mark. Maybe. I just don't see this as the reversal point. I don't. I mean, maybe at the high here, have like a real nasty divergence running into this resistance zone. I don't see it. Like if we look on the week, that price point even exist? Okay, it does. Fair enough. Give you that. We'll give you that. Dude, here's the thing. If this is a double top on a weekly, on a daily and weekly and like, I don't know, maybe even monthly, then why is there no selling? There's no selling going on. I'm not convinced. I'm not always right. I can be wrong. I'm not convinced. I've been saying this all day today. Looking for 11,755 at some point. Could be tomorrow's daily candle, could be in a week, could be in a month, could be today. Although I'd prefer it not to be today. This is just not a. This really looks like a macro time frame double top to anyone. I'm not criticizing you or anything, by the way. It just doesn't look like that to me. Like, I bet if we look back here, look at this. This is what we saw. Like, or wait, I'm not even zoomed back far enough. I'm on the 30-minute. Where am I? I need to get on a different time frame. Like, look at these 4 hours, okay? This is pretty savage. Crap, it just sent me. This isn't. Yeah, it's really not even that much different. I'll take that back. I figured this would be more savage. I don't know. Don't know. I guess we'll know maybe in the next daily. I'm not sold. Not sold. I'm also, yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong or something necessarily, because you might be right. I might be wrong. I don't see it. I don't see that as a major resistance, personally. And everyone has their own opinions, so time will tell. Time will tell. In I guess your favor, I have an argument. In the favor of your argument. So this is the price action I'm looking for. This is what I think is the mirrored, the quantum entangled part of the chart as that we're in right now. And this would agree with you. It's not a double top. You don't have the double top that we might have there. But we do see. So assuming maybe we're in, this is the rally we just had. Yeah, we would be looking for a higher low. I don't think that's out of the question. So maybe that is. Maybe we're right here. I don't know. We're gonna have a little test of a low and then some sideways into a rally. I guess. Yeah, that's totally what I expect as well. I don't know. This doesn't seem to have much energy. Pretty flimsy. If we close it daily under 11,755, I'll have to reevaluate. I'm hoping for it to hold. Yo, Eho, what's up, bro? OG, what's up, my man? Dollar not doing anything. TradingView is still not working, or Coinbase, even if it is still, or even if it is trading. Not working on TradingView. Has not updated since 39th minute of the last hour. Why don't I take profit though? I don't know, I've taken profit at a higher level than this year. In August. I don't really need to retake the profit. Everybody trades differently, different styles. I'm not someone who trades every day or every week. Sometimes not even every month. I didn't trade at all, really, through September. I just waited. I don't like to take profit at the same level twice. And also, here's the real. This is the real fact of it. is I already have the allocation in my portfolio of USD that I don't want anymore. I would like to fill buys. I just am seeing that as less likely that I'm going to see those prices that I'd want to fill buys at happen. Because I think we're macro flipping bullish, and I don't want to be stuck in fiat. I want to have more fiat. Would not serve me well. I've seen time and time again people sell or take profit heavily right before rallies and just be left in the dust. I'm long term enough that I do not need to take profit again right now. If you want to, that's fine. Go for it. Might even be a good play. You know, this is the highest point so far in the month. Not the worst time to take profit. Could have taken profit, I don't know, like the 2nd of October down at 10.3. That would have been a bad play. The most important thing, in my opinion, in crypto is to understand that it is a game of musical chairs. Game of musical chairs. And there's only one objective in the game of musical chairs. And that is to make sure you have a chair when the music stops. If you don't have a chair, screwed. If you have all fiat, if you're in all fiat, heck, even if you're heavily in fiat, when Bitcoin rips, the first rip up, you don't have a chair. Now you're going to try to buy someone else's chair and they're going to sell it to you for a lot. I don't buy expensive chairs, man. I just sit in them. I really do see it that way. It is, in many ways, musical chairs. There's only so many. And at some point, and I've accepted that I can't know the future. I can't know when that is. At some point, the music stops. And better have a chair. No chair and you're screwed. You've wasted all the time trading. Everything you've done, you've just wasted. I mean, that'd be years. If I got caught in all fiat on the one day that Bitcoin rips, it would throw away years of trading. Years of gains. So I balance my allocation. Right now I have plenty of fiat percent-wise. My connection's getting goofy again. You need a chair, pal? You better get a chair, bro. Only so many chairs. Oh my goodness, Game Boy is back, dude. Oh my goodness. Guy. Used to love spamming caps. Back when we had no caps rule. No, it's not really a rule. I'd prefer if we don't spam. But it's not as big of a deal. Different show. Dixie really doing exactly what we were looking for. Bullish div on the lows off of support on the 1 hour. Looking for 93.2 to retrace, retest that previous resistance support. Retest it as resistance. I'm looking for a rejection there, but who knows? Almost certainly the reason the rally chilled. The timing is very close. Timing is very close. You see Dixie forming this, probably has even a little more on lower time frames. Divergence there, higher low, and then some relief here. And essentially as soon as these green candles came, Bitcoin chilled, relaxed. Literally at the high of this candle is like when that happened. Right there, 1700. As soon as that closed, turned green. Bitcoin closed red and turned red. I would even speculate likely that this pullback is just an adjustment to the dollar value. Yeah, especially, that's a good point. Holding fiat, especially dollars right now, when the Fed literally yesterday talked about pushing their inflation target, not being afraid, taking the risk off of higher inflation. Holding the dollar now makes less sense than ever. You don't fight the Fed. They just said they're going to inflate. About to dump hard. Maybe. Not looking too spicy now. I wonder if we'll get something interesting when Coinbase comes back up. No. At least not its TradingView API. Comes back up, maybe. Might see some kind of reaction. It's darn good, Adam Clark, darn good. How much can they make before something breaks? I think that there is no number. The sliding scale. Every dollar they make is like pushing that scale to the side. When does it tip? It's in a constant state of tipping, likely. Look at the supply created just this year of dollars. Something like above 20% of the total supply ever. And there's still talks of a stimulus again this year. I mean, that's just gonna drop another few trillion, another few trill onto that. Inflation has been coming. It's been coming. Here we're 3 hours into the stream-ish. 3 hours. Yes. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break, stretch out. I'd really like to be live when Coinbase comes back up. Ever that happens. So far, it looks like 11,860 is holding as a local support. I'm gonna take 5. Be right back. Smooga maybe got him. Holy crap, we have a celebrity appearance here. BitBoy Crypto, what's up, man? You know what? You're like the only crypto creator on YouTube that's ever come by other than optical art 1 or 2 times. That's freaking cool, man. Welcome. Honored to have you here. Crazy. I was just like taking a break and I saw your name. I was like, yeah, I guess I'll come back. That's like the only thing maybe that would have made me break early. We're just chilling. That's ridiculous, man. Over 100,000 subscribers, right? That's what the check means. And I know the name. I'm gonna search it. 132. That's nuts, dude. That is ridiculous. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we just had a long session. Yeah, that's insane numbers. Dude, we got like we were growing about 1,000 a month up until let's see. Right before August, in that 3-month period, it dipped down, but then in September, I think we only got like 40 total subscribers. It has been a brutal 6 months for growth. Oh man, luckily this month's back to pretty good. I think we're at like 400-ish. That's good for me. But that was a brutal, September was real brutal. The views were awful. The new subscribers, the new viewers, really down. But things are spicing back up happily. That's cool to have you here, man. Stop by whenever. Really? Well, dude, that inspires me. That is super inspirational. Maybe next year I'll be where you are. You can be at like 1 million, I don't know. That's inspirational. This time last year, I probably had like 1,000, maybe. Ish. Read that, false flags. I do not always read chat. I'm bad at multitasking. I do try to like take time in the episodes to like go read the chat purposely for that reason. But dude, I can't chart, use my brain, look for patterns, and also keep track of 200 plus people chatting. Really difficult. Not that talented. That is nuts. I can't believe you went from 13 to 130 in a year. That is like really inspirational, because after last month it was like, dude, is it ever gonna pick up? Post a vid and pump. That's cool. I'm definitely not someone, I can see other people getting like upset if other people like came to their streams. I don't give a shit. I welcome it. Welcome it. Donald Pump, dude. Long time, brother. Welcome back. We had a little 12K party. It was wasn't a very long one, but it was a good one. Alright, so you're saying I need to provoke Chico Crypto, because then once he comes after me, then I'll have made it. That's my takeaway, Greg D. Nah, I got nothing bad to say about Chico Crypto. I'll have to make something up. I'm not good. No, I really haven't watched his videos. I watched like one before where he was troubleshooting with YouTube about search, and I got totally distracted by that. And that's, I feel like he doesn't really make the same content that I do, which is okay. I don't really talk about news much, or really all I talk about is technical analysis. Rather dry. Yeah, dude, cheers to that. Cheers to that, bit boy. 12K. I mean, I'm looking to close this week over 11,655. Close this week over 11,655. Close the month, more importantly, over it. But a solid week close above it. Awesome. Yesterday in our video, we were talking about 11,655 for the daily close, and close above there. Watch out, we're going up. We're going up. That's the important level for me. I would really like to see 11,755 hold. I think on a daily back test, a daily test of support at that level would be very bullish. I mean, everything's lined up. It's like we're either gonna start mooning or we're gonna have savage sell-off. I'm not seeing the sell-off side of it yet, at least from a technical point of view. Seeing more macro signals as bullish, so I'm hoping up. It's been a long few years of waiting on this, waiting on the corn to pop, but I'll keep waiting. I have to, as long as it takes. And I'm losing energy. I'm losing my steam. I'd really like to see Coinbase come back up, which I don't think it has yet. Nope. Better load the chart. Coinbase still down? Question mark. Likely Coinbase being down combined with the dollar. 1 hour looking at local relief reversal. Almost certainly what has put the brakes on this rally as of now. Current. TBD if that is translate out or not. We really aren't seeing much movement on the dollar or coin right now. Things taking a breath. We've been nailing these targets on dollar though. Up, down. I just kind of noticed this is rather, dollar is definitely on a small time frame here, flashing head and shoulders. Just noticed that right now. What's weird though is it flashed that here and reversed. This could be a fractal, which would not be too good for the corn. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not putting my chickens on that boat. I don't know what they say. No divergence yet. I don't. Okay. Tiny little diverge there on the 4 hour. I still think 93.2 likely, probable to find resistance there. Isn't it? Come back up already, Coinbase. Come back up so I can confirm if it's going to be relevant. You coming back up. Whoa, ooh, 1 minute candle. Literally, boom, click. There it is. Coinbase is back up as of this minute, according to my trading view. See what it does. That was cool. Okay, good. I was like, did it go down again? WTF. That was cool. BitBoy, man, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. Nice, solid row of green candles on Bitstamp, and of course on the 1 minute, push to red. Hasn't gone anywhere on Coinbase yet. They were down for almost 2 hours. That is redunculous. No immediate action. Alright, I'm gonna give it a few. Okay, so Coinbase actually, it did open down red, but it's still trading above Bitstamp. So Coinbase is red in these candles. Likely they're just converging. Likely Coinbase is coming to meet the Bitstamp price. They're $5 apart, so that won't take very long. I'm beat. I'm gonna leave this up because sometimes you do get some crazy shenanigans right as Coinbase comes back up. I don't want to miss that. But I need to like stretch my legs. I didn't get to. I need to eat. So I'm gonna leave the stream up for a little bit. Maybe, let's see. Did we drop out of search? If we dropped out of search, maybe we'll call it. No, we didn't. Alright, Bitstamp is moved up to meet Coinbase. They have converged successfully in price at 11,932. Let's see where it goes now. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break here. I have alerts set tightly. Get any real move, I'll know immediately. Thinking that would be sooner rather than later, so I might not have to wait. And if they don't see anything, see, yeah, we're already starting to see movement. If we don't see anything here in the next 5 or 10, I think likely we are to just kind of trade sideways for the rest of the day. Pretty typical. I'm gonna give it like 5 or 10. I'll come back, reassess, but I need a break. I need to eat. So thanks for joining, guys. Likely, I have a feeling I'm probably going to come back pretty soon here. So stay tuned if you want. But either way, thanks for being here today, and we'll be live tomorrow. Either way, we may be live later tonight, depending on what we get. So as always, happy trades.